afternoon, everyone. I can see some old faces. Welcome back. And there are some new faces. Welcome. This group is called Women Sexual Harassment Support Group, in short, WSHSG. I'll just quickly introduce myself. My name's Miranda, and I've been running this group for the last 3 years. Okay? I started this group specifically for women who've been sexually harassed, so they've got a space where they can come here, feel comfortable, they can be heard, seen, and most importantly, to be supported. Okay, this is a safe place for you. If you don't want to say anything, you don't have to. Okay? I know it can be quite daunting talking to strangers about something that's vulnerable that happened to you, but we're not here to judge you. Okay? That being said, the floor is open for anyone who wants to share. Okay? So just take your time. That's what we're here for.
Do I have to stand up?
No.
I'm Josie.
Hi, Josie.
Last week, I was sexually harassed on the street.
Oh, excuse me, darling. I said, excuse me, darling.
Please, I'm just trying to get to where I'm going.
Didn't you hear me trying to get your attention back there? So why didn't you stop and chat to me?
Look, I'm just really trying to get to where I'm going.
So what? Just because you're trying to get to where you're going, doesn't mean you can't stop and chat for a minute. What? Do you think you're too above me to chat or something?
No, I didn't say that.
So what's your problem then?
Nothing.
Good. Glad we sorted that out. So what's your name? What, is it a crime to know your name now? You do have a name, don't you?
Yes. I do have a name.
Alright, so you're gonna tell me your name?
It's Josie.
Josie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like that name, it's nice. So where you heading to, Josie? Maybe I can come with you. There's a lot of weirdos around here, you know.
Oh, don't worry, I'm just meeting a friend. Besides, I don't want to bother you or anything.
Ah. It's no bother at all, darling. In fact, I insist.
I can only imagine how scary that was for you. And I'm sorry you had to go through that. Thank you, Josie. Thank you for sharing, okay? Is there anyone else who'd like to share?
I'd like to go next.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm a little nervous.
Not to worry, just take your time.
My name's Angela.
Hi, Angela.
I was sexually assaulted by my boss during a late night work meeting a couple months ago. I can still remember it like it was yesterday. Right, if that's all, I'm gonna get going.
Actually, wait up a few minutes. I want to talk to you about something.
Sure. What did you want to talk about?
Dinner tonight? Me and you? I made a reservation at Burger and Lobster.
Oh, thanks. But I'm gonna have to pass. I'm really exhausted.
Oh, come on. It'll be fun. And after, you can go for a few drinks. Or you can skip all of that and just...
What the hell do you think you're doing? I said no.
You should be lucky I'd even consider being interested in someone like you. You know, I've heard rumours about you. About how easy you are to get into bed. How all it takes is a meal and a couple of drinks.
I thought he was gonna rape me. Or attack me for saying no. I prepared myself for either. So stupid saying it out loud. Preparing yourself for something like that. But it's true. In that moment, it was the only thing running through my mind. I just thought it'd probably be easier if I had prepared myself for the inevitable.
But it wasn't. It wasn't inevitable. You stopped him. You got out of there before he could go any further. And that takes a lot of courage, Angela. Thank you for sharing. I know this isn't easy for you. It wasn't easy for me. But I'd just like to thank you. Thank you all so much for being able to share your stories. Not just with me, but with everyone, with all the women here. Okay? That's a big step you're taking.
Will we ever feel normal again?
Is that what you want? To feel normal?
I want to feel something other than this.
I don't think normal is the right word. It's just something that happens one day. Subconsciously, you just accept that nothing's going to change. And that you take one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. That's all you can really do.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Because I am. I'm not just a counsellor. I'm a victim too. And what I really remember is that no matter how many steps I take, one foot for the other, that memory is always with me, in the back of my mind, just waiting for a trigger so I can relive it all over again. It isn't easy, but despite everything, despite the memories, it becomes manageable. You get to get on with your life and live with it.
That's such bullshit. One morning, about 6 months ago, I'm out running when I realised I was being followed by 2 men in a car. And as I'm running, they're shouting all these sexual things they wanted to do to me.
Hello, darling.
It was horrible.
Oh, come on, slow down. I just want to talk.
Are you okay now?
Take you home and show you your
Yeah. Actually, no, I'm not. I haven't been able to even look at my jogging stuff, let alone go jogging since it happened. And sometimes I can still hear their voices in my head. How am I expected to just find a way to live with that?
I wish I could tell you it was easy.
So unfair, you know. Why do we have to just live with it? Why does it get to become something that's manageable when the men that did this to us get to live free of fear?
Because that's the way society is. Women are constantly sexualized, whether that's assault, harassment, or worse. It happens almost every single day, and yet nothing ever changes, and it'll probably never change.
It's true.
I mean, there's a whole checklist of things women need to do to stay safe, but not a single checklist for men with things they need to do to make sure women don't feel unsafe.
I've gone to work every single day and just pretended that nothing happened. That he didn't touch me inappropriately. When I clearly said I wasn't interested. Or basically call me a slut for standing my ground. My whole body cringes every time he walks into the same room I'm in. Or asks to speak to me privately. And I can't say anything because he's my boss. And if I did, they'd just say that I should have been more clear. Or that I shouldn't have let myself get into that situation. That it's my own fault. And I can't help but wonder if it is.
Now listen to me, all of you. What happened to you was not your fault. Okay? It's like you say, society sexualizes women. Men get the idea that we're sending out signals, or that we're, enticing them with our bodies or the clothes that we wear. But what about them? They say that they can see that our signal that we're enticing them. What about when we're uncomfortable? Can they see that signal? No. So it's not your fault. You should be able to wear whatever you want without men being predators. We are not to blame. We are the victims.
We're also the only ones that see it that way. You know what they told me when I reported what happened to me to the police? They told me that if I were wearing appropriate clothing, it wouldn't have happened. I was wearing tracksuit bottoms and a hoodie. Face it, men only acknowledge what they want to when they want to.
It's like the hashtag that was trending, not all men. Like, yes, it's not all men doing it, but not all men prevent it from happening. Like, when that thing happened to me, there were other people on the street. There were other men on the street just passing by or just watching it as if it was their favorite TV show or something.
I want to know why men think it's acceptable to send women the stuff they send us on social media. I mean, what in their minds makes them think that we want to see pictures of their genitals?
You know what'd be nice? To not live in constant fear every time I leave the house. It would be great to not have to second guess if the choices I've made would lead to me getting sexually harassed, raped, or even killed.
Yesterday I spent like 25 minutes just going back and forth of what coat I should wear, just because one covered my bum but the other one it went with what I was wearing.
Ugh, I hate that. Sometimes I just want to put on a piece of clothing and not worry about it getting sexualized.
I've stopped wearing anything fitted or even remotely sexy to work because I don't want to give my boss another opportunity to try again. Now all my male colleagues ask why I changed the way I dressed, how they liked what I wore before. I mean, I could try and tell them why, but they wouldn't understand.
The truth is, they'll never really understand what we go through as women. How we think, and what we think. We are all here because we've experienced something horrible. They objectify us sexually. Don't sit there blaming yourselves because you are not to blame. Okay?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's okay. Can I help you?
I heard this was a group for women who've
been sexually harassed? Yes, it is. My name's Miranda, and I run the group. What's your name?
Lizzie.
Hi, Lizzie. Do you want to come and join us? It's a free space. You can just sit and listen. You don't have to say anything. We don't judge you, okay? Does that sound okay with you? Okay, I'll just get you a chair.